Some girls come in from abused families. Some girls will come into care from their families and them having just personal problems among their family that they just need some help.
I lived with my birth mother till I was about 4 or 5, but then we started getting switched from foster home to foster homes. I didn't see her much because she was always in the streets, so a neighbor or my aunt would look after us until she got back. She always said it was to, get us clothes on our back and shoes on our feet, but she really wasn't there to be a mother to us because she was into drugs.
My dad molested me for 4 years, and that's why he committed suicide, because he didn't want to go to jail. And then after that, my cousin had started messing around with me, and my dad didn't tell my mom, so my mom had left my dad.
I've had trouble at home with interacting with my mom and my brother and other family members.
Well, when I was living with my birth parents, my birth mother put on this lie saying that my birth father had sexually molested me and my sister.
My biological mother married my stepdad, and he was a very abusive, verbally and physically.
There was plenty of times I took care of my brothers by myself, so I think that's why I really hold them dear to my heart, because she wasn't there to be the mother to them, so I felt like I was their mother and their sister.
He worked at a nursing home as a janitor for, I think, 3 or 4 years, and then he quit that job and didn't have a job for a while, so he was at home all the time with me and my brother and my younger sister, and he just kind of was there. He never did much of anything besides kick us around and stuff.
We've had some, very difficult situations. You just never know what the background's been. Sometimes it's been sexual abuse, sometimes verbal abuse, sometimes neglect, not having just everyday necessary things that we take for granted, and sometimes these children have never had that.
There have been times when I have felt like there's nobody cares.
When the children come to us, we want to be sure that they know that there's a loving God that's going to be there for them no matter what, and we want to teach them to be comfortable, how to know that, how to accept that, and then we start working on the other areas that need to be discussed. And we put in a lot of importance in education, because we know that if they have a good education, then things are going to be better for them.
We had one boy, he came in very angry, and he told us, "I don't have a heart." That's what he said. And of course I said, "I don't believe you." And while he was there, over the next 12, 13 months, he's a cream puff now. He's very friendly, jokes around with everybody, has a good heart.
Yeah, it does feel nice to know that people care about you and where you're at.
The most important part about being here is probably living here, having somebody to care for me, them telling me that they love me, and just, being there when I need somebody to talk to or a shoulder to cry on.
And they helped me realize that I shouldn't be ashamed of who I am and to just be myself.
The most important thing about my time here I would have to say, would be making friends and feeling loved, where when I was younger I didn't feel the love that I should have felt.
At that point in my life, I really didn't have a relationship with God, so being at Baptist Children's Home really allowed me to come closer with Him.
I feel that my role as a child care worker is to make the children in our cottage feel loved, secure, and to help their physical and mental needs, but also their spiritual needs, to direct them to a relationship with the Lord Jesus Christ first.
Good job. Congratulations, Ryan.
My goal for them is to be able to make it in society, that they will be an adult that will be productive in society, that will take the values that they've learned here and instill them in their life. with their own families, and that they will be successful, that they'll go on to college and they'll have their own careers, but that they'll never forget what they learned here at Baptist Children's Homes.
My goal for the future is to become a pediatric nurse practitioner.
I see myself accomplishing a lot of goals.
I believe my future is different because I'm going to take more initiative at school, so I'm going to get better grades.
When I grow up, I'd like to have a family. I'd like to marry a young man, and I'd like to have children of my own.
I didn't think I'd make it out on my own, and a lot of people didn't think I would, but I'm trying to prove everybody wrong. So.
We get so excited when we see a young person want to start achieving and learning more and setting those goals. And we'll have young girls tell us, I'm going to be the first child in my family that ever graduated from high school, and I want to go to college. And we encourage that. And of course, Baptist Children's Homes makes that happen for those children that want to be able to do that.
Baptist Children's Home has been there for me.
Baptist Children's Homes has been there for me.
Baptist Children's Homes
Was there for me.
Has been there for me.
Has always been there for me.
These are many voices with one story. It is a story of emotional and physical abandonment. The dreadful details vary, but the need to be loved and provided for is the same for each one of these precious children. Countless others have come before them, and sadly, many more will follow. No child deserves this kind of life. Since 1885, the Baptist Children's Homes of North Carolina has been a safe, nurturing, and loving environment for children and families in crisis. We have had the privilege, we've had the high honor of sharing the love of Christ and providing for their basic needs. And in the process, many lives have been changed. Over the years, you have given financially, you have given prayerfully to this ministry. It is your support that has enabled us to be there for hurting children and their families by showing them that they are valued and loved by others, and most importantly, by God. We need your support now more than ever for the mission of the Baptist Children's Homes to continue. You know your dollar is well spent when a child looks you in the eyes and says, "Thanks for being there for me." So, thank you for standing with us and providing a voice of hope in helping hurting children, healing broken families.